He's from the MICE segment from LGT Holidays. What we have is one primary session today. We also have another secondary session, which is a small addition that we have made for today to address the concern of members who have raised issues about Zoom specifically because of the government advisory, and also in general to speak to us about cyber security. So I would request whoever is joined now and for the people who are joining later to stay on after the first session, because the second session is going to answer your queries about the various webinar options that you're going to be getting either from IESA or from any other matter. Especially going forward, I think our business is going to depend a lot more on doing this in the coming months. So to have some knowledge on this cybersecurity is good for all of us. So this gentleman who is going to make a small presentation, and then we'll take questions from you to answer any doubts you may have on cybersecurity. Now, having said that, I will go back to the primary session. Mr. Wilfred Sarraj will make a presentation, and following that, he will take questions. The entire segment would be in the region of about 40 minutes. It will be divided into two portions of a presentation first, followed by a Q&A. In the Q&A, I would appreciate if you could probably raise your hands so that we could unmute you and you could ask your questions. If on the other hand, you would like to ask your questions by typing in, please go ahead and type in your questions into the chat box and we will ask that for you. You're also free to ask the questions directly with him. Please allow him opportunity to answer each questions, and I would advise members who are asking questions to not follow up and ask more questions and to give opportunity for other people to ask. With that, I think I will hand over to Mr. Wilfred. Sir, are you ready to take over?
Yeah, I'm ready. Very good morning, John. Thank you very much, Mr. John, for giving this wonderful introduction. And I thank IESA Tamilnadu and Mrs. Santosh for giving this opportunity to present. Just to give a brief before I touched on the presentation. See, I'm a MICE operator for the last 25 years. I've been in the trade of travel and tourism. And this trade has been a trade which has seen ups and downs. And understanding the ups and downs, I had diversified my business. And today I'm going to present the main company is MICE, that is LGT Holidays. And then followed by, we have got another 5 more companies which I drive on. And the reason of our presenting is that we have this platform. We can use it on a mutual consent. And that's what I think our goal and vision is all about. Over to the presentation.
Please click share of the presentation.
Share?
Yeah, there's the icon which says share presentation. Share screen, yeah. It's a green button at the bottom of the screen.
Yeah, I know.
Just click on that, please. Open your presentation and click on it.
Yeah, and then that.
Have you opened your PPT?
Yeah, it is.
Okay, then please go down the screen. You'll find a green icon which says share screen.
Yeah, so I've done that.
You will get a window where you can see your presentations and everything. Click on that. Which screen you want to share.
Open the system. I'm sorry. Suresh, can you help me on this? Because I have not too good at the computers.
Basically, what you have to do, you have to just click on share screen button at the bottom. You see the
I've
share
done
screen
that.
button,
Yeah, I've done that.
and the window will pop up. It will show you screen on the extreme left corner,
Yeah, that.
right?
See,
And
I'm
then
I'm getting. I have an Apple. See, it says desktop one.
yeah,
It's with
desktop one.
yeah.
Yeah, and
So
then
I'm just
click on
clicking
share.
that. It says open system preference.
Can you
Allow
send your
Zoom
PPT to
to
me? Can you mail your
I will
PPT
do
to
that
me?
right away.
In the meantime, John, can we have the other the other session? Because this is going to take time, 5 minutes at least.
Suraj, I don't think we are ready for the other session. That gentleman will only join us towards the end of this session. But I'll leave
Let
you
me
both to sort this out.
Yeah.
let me try it out once again, please.
And at bottom of the screen, you will find a share screen green icon. Click on that, which is with the upper arrow.
Yeah, I know. I've clicked that.
After that, it'll open a one window. So in that you can see whatever you open. So click on the presentation PPT and share.
It's not gonna.
Got it?
I have got 6 companies on the card. Okay, and starting with LGT Holidays. LGT Holidays is a multi portfolio company. We are an ITA recognized company, and last 4 years we have been running this business. We are into predominantly mice. We cater to all the corporates, and we had been a total mice solution giver. Mice, when I say, we do meetings across the world, within India also. We do incentive packages for many corporates. We do conferences and events also. In fact, we share a lot of platforms with we have done in the past with Stage 3 also, and many more. Depends upon where do we actually get our corporate yeah. So
Wilfred, you could just say next slide. Wilfred, you could say next slide. He'll shift to the next slide.
Yeah, get the next slide, please. Okay, so our when we started the 6 brands, our major focus of interest was that how do we use a growing together formula across the verticals. So when we talk about as a group company, we have got LGT Holidays, LGT Hotel Stay, then we have got LETZDO Events. Then we are into training and development under the brand called Transfigure. We have another company which is into real estate, buying, selling, which is called FSH Homes. And then we are into construction, latest one. EVENTZ Construction. All these businesses are run by each individual directors. And I overall look at the entire business portfolio, though my key KRA is into mice actually. So next. So what do we basically talk about is a very clear-cut execution, disciplined execution, embrace the impossible challenges, continue learning, evaluation of feedbacks, and customer. See, basically our core strength is our the customer base and the well-derived executions for the last 25 years in various portfolios wherever we were in. And currently we have got a team which is around totally all put together around 16 of us are there. We are right now having our setups in Chennai and Bangalore. And next slide. Next slide, please. Sorry, next slide. So when I'm saying we have got verticals called LETZDO events, we have got LGT holidays, we have got LGT hotel stay. LETZDO events is something we do the event portion of MICE, and we also take care of team outings, road shows, all these things. So we do the sales part of it through this vertical, and production we generally outsource it to any production houses as of now. So we as a company we have been, so we are actually totally deriving as a MICE operating company. So LGT holidays, as I told you, we do MICE, plus we do destination management, plus domestic and international holidays. Group tours, fixed departures are not in our cards, but we do personal group tours, which can be of a group of right from starting from 10 people to 15 people to even to how many ever numbers we can have. We have got LGT hotel stay, which takes care of across the globe hotel bookings for all the software companies, for all the software professionals who travel for their work offsite. And we have major thrust in US and UK and some part of Europe also. And as an organization, we also have a virtual branch in USA. So because the hotel bookings is, we have got some roughly 16 corporates, and these corporates do cater to all the requirements. Even currently, there are a lot of people who are stranded in US. We are servicing them there for their accommodations across. Next slide. Okay, Transfigure. I'm myself is a trainer, and my training is certified, and also I'm been over the periods of career learning, and plus I've got a partner called Martin, who is also in the training trade for last 25 years. So we both cater to all the training requirements. We do outdoor, indoor. We do personal training programs, personal profiling. We have all kind of HR consultancies can be done under the same roof. So the experience of it is almost like close to 25 years in this particular segment. And next is we have got FSH Homes. We are into real estate buying, selling across Chennai. We are not branched out in other locations. So we do all the kind of rental, commercial rental, hotel real estates and everything. Basically, that's our core forte. It's been driven by Ms. Padma Wilfred, who is my wife, and she handles it along with her team. Next, we have got EVENTZ Construction Interiors, which is predominantly newly launched product, and it is just a 6 months old company. We have been doing interiors in an unorganized way, so we have organized it. So we do interiors, we do decorating interiors, and we do constructions. Where right now we don't do any flat construction, we do JVs basically. The next slide. Next. As I told you, we have LGT LETZDO events, which takes care of corporate events and okay, so which is LGT holidays. Am I on the right page? Yeah. Okay. So basically, I think this I don't want to.
Sorry to disturb you,
I
sir.
don't want it. Yeah.
Could you try to control with your own mouse, because I've given the access? Just try, sir.
Okay. Okay. One second.
It's working. Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's
okay. Oh, great. Thank you.
So I am not touching upon the what do you call the event portion of it. I will touch upon, which is our core strength. One second. Yeah. As I told you, everybody predominantly knows about mice. I don't wanted to get into the details of mice. But we, as a company, we have a total expertise of almost last 25 years. I've been doing this profession, and we have a team which is qualified. We can cater to right from the say go to the entire handling of that business, right from the documentation part, the visa part, the logistics part in terms of transferring. The largest group I think we had handled so far is around 1,800 passengers single go in Dubai, along with Mr. Santosh has handled the event portion of that particular time. We have a total expertise in this. So as a company, we would like to tell you that this as a meetings is not only handling groups, it's about organizing the entire portfolio of the Suraj. I'm not able to shift it to next. Yeah. Yeah. So I think I'm fast. Sorry. Okay, so meetings, incentives, conferences, events, majorly in this profile, all of you know about it. As a company, what I would project is that we can cater to any number of groups, right? Starting from a 10 people group to 1,000 to 2,000 people group at a time. We have done it in the past, and that's our core strength, and that's our core competency as a organization. That's our flagship brand. And we also take care of a lot of domestic and international holidays. I think going forward, there will be a lot of requirements would come in because of international travel would take a little bit of time. So we would like to project ourselves as also a domestic operator, where we can do anything right from starting from Kanyakumari to the top Kashmir, and from east to west, all the places we have got our networking, we have our vendors, we have our partners across. So we can handle right any kind of holiday groups. We can handle any kind of individual moments also, and we also take care of international tours, which is actually plus we have got our eco tourism. We also specialize into Holy Land tours for all the Christian community, and we are planning to have our first departures by September in the coming months, if everything goes on well in our life. So as I told you, we have got our hotel stays, we have got presence, or we have got our reach into almost 6 lakhs properties across the world. We are currently located in Chennai, Bangalore, USA, Malaysia, Singapore, and Thailand. Our future expansion locations, which were supposed to be, but we are stalled it out due to this issue, was Mumbai, Hyderabad, Pune, and UK. So we are a total solution provider. When we are talking about total solution, it is not about only hotels for the travelers. It is, we do have our flats. We do cater to a lot of kind of long stays. We also cater to right from a what do you call 2-star to 3-star to any star of hotel categories. And we also see a guy who goes over there for a business purpose, for his work, for his offsite. We basically we also vet those properties and make sure that the properties are quality as per the KRAs given by the corporates So our major goal is to improvise accommodation program, reduces expenditure because we have to be competitive, improvises services, increase traveler security, centralized payments. So we have two options. One is B2B and B2C, basically bill to company and bill to the person. So either the customer who is going there, he directly pays it and he gets his reimbursement from the corporates, or we also take care of their entire payment, booking to payment, and we bill to the company later than that. As I told you, we are partnered with all the major brands across. There are certain brands you would have seen in the screen, which are known brands, and there are also other brands in USA, which we do have our business relationship with them. So we are one good factor of us is we are 24/7. We have a team of around 12 people right now who work almost. We have a night shift team, we have a day shift team. So we have a 24/7 connectivity. We do always to all the corporates, we give them free options as per their what do you call KRA requirement. And we, based on this, the response time for us is only 30 minutes. And maintain day-to-day logs. We update the person who is giving us booking, we give them an update. And if there is any resolution, if there is any compliance issue, we resolve it as quickly as possible. Reconfirmation of every booking, we do it 24 hours. So that's a routine team. We have an operations head for that. We have a operation director for that. We have a sales director for that who takes care of both the things actually. And under the leadership of Mr. Chaitanya, who is the director of this company. And we have got another person called Mr. Shivaji, who takes care of, who has been in the trade for last 15 years. Delivering of confirmations and addressing all the reconciliations if needed by the corporate. This is basically, I'm trying to sell it because see, going forward, there will be a lot of us are into the corporate world. So when we are into the corporate world, see, this is one thing which will open up faster than the other businesses. Because obviously the business, once business starts opening up, people from various parts of the world need to reach those hubs. And there are definitely, even today's news, if you see that the US is opening up their business pockets in from less affected places. So this is where I think by as early as it can be, it will be getting opened up. So we have a portfolio which can cater to. So we are an ITA recognized, OTAI, TAI, and TAFE. So we are recognized by all the bodies of the travel trade. And over to next is our what do you call Transfigure. We do training programs, we do outdoor interventions, we do HR consultancy and personal profiling. Personal profiling is a detailed profiling, wherein individual leaders, directors, CEOs, we can profile their requirements on a one-on-one basis. We can take a total resolution of their company objectives, and we can give them a total plan in terms of giving them corrective measures or giving them enhancing measures. I, as a person, I've been in the trade and I've been a setup expert. So I have set up a lot of organizations for various organizations. So we also take care of end-to-end of setting up organization as such. End-to-end means right from starting from the thought process to the naming to the designing to the entire locating office to developing their processes, developing, fixing their targets, to manpower hunt, to the way till the person wants us to be. So that's about our Transfigure company. As I told you, it's nothing in detail. Basically, we are a company which caters to all the. Once again, sorry, I think we are missing the. Okay, as I told you, it's we are a company which can take care of all the buying and selling of properties across Chennai. And right now, that is one business will open up faster. And any referrals, because we are a part of Kriya member also. and we are been in the trade for last 13 long years, and we cater to a lot of clients. We support them if there is a referral coming up from anybody. We also support them in terms of sharing of our commissions. And again, Suraj, I need you to help me. Yeah. So we have got another company, which I said, EVENTZ Construction Interiors. We are into a construction total solution giver. Right now, we are not into any buying of flats or whatever. We do only JVs and individual home developing, plus any commercial or any personal interior development we can take care. Okay, now from the perspective of again our business sharing, we can, if there is a referral or if there is anybody who refer, we can definitely work on a profit share. The percentage of the profits and all, we can always sit across and give you, and whatever we commit, we can actually give it to you. And all the businesses across, one thing I assure you is as our motto, as a company principle, we do not compromise on any kind of legalities in terms of whether it is government or whether it is professional. So we follow all the norms of the government. We follow all the norms of the work, and that's what I think I can put forth as a total organization. And when from a leadership perspective, we maintain the hygienic way of execution. We do not do any any non-conventional methods of growth. We do not follow as an organization, as a principle. So all the organizations works on a very clear principle that we maintain quality. So that assurance is only when we start working it. But as an organization, we have been maintaining it, and I think a couple of people in this group would have also worked with us. So that's what I think I quickly run through. And I think I would like to give a display of I handle the entire group. And we have got Mr. Singara Velu, who is the director for LETZDO events. We have Chaitanya, who takes care of holidays and hotel stay. Under them, there are other professionals. And under them, there are other vertical, other leaders who take care of the entire business line. So thank you very much. I would like more questions, because that's where I think that's what the agenda, what Mr. Santosh had shared me. How do we share our platforms for others? And that's what I think I will request everyone to throw your questions one by one, and I'd be glad to answer you with much open-mindedness.
Thank you, Mr. Welford. It's question time now. Would appreciate anyone who would like to raise some questions to please put up your hand so that we can give you the opportunity to go at it orderly.
I think, Suraj, you can close the presentation. I think they can let them one by one throw the questions. Yeah.
Is it okay better now?
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Anyone has questions? Yes, sir. Yes, sir, in the Redmi. You can go ahead, sir.
Yeah,
Gentlemen, raising your hand, you can go ahead.
Yeah, this is Mujib over here. Thanks a lot for having zoomed into this meeting. My question to Mr. Wilfred is, when you say joint venture, do you have any extent of land, minimum, maximum?
Not really. I think we have been talking in terms with a couple of them. So joint ventures, basically, there's no. But at least I think current scenario, we are not going beyond 5 crores as such.
Now, what happens if the extent of the land is just 1 ground?
Yeah, can work on. Depends upon the requirement as such.
No, you are ready to work on a smaller parcel of land also.
Yeah. We are working couple of them. Couple of your talks in terms of in Tambaram and other areas also.
in city, more, okay, fine. That's good enough.
Anywhere.
And the other thing is, you work on a time-bound frame only, na?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Wilfred.
Any more questions? Also, a quick suggestion for people who have not put your name on your devices, whether if it is your phone or whether if it is your laptop, please name your device. Otherwise, we are not able to identify you by name. You know, there is multiple people with iPhone, multiple people with just Redmi. So it is difficult to point and ask one of you to press forward with your question. Anyone else? Any other questions? I think you can ask questions in English and in Tamil. And from Mr. Wilfred, I understand probably even in Malayalam, I think he'll be able to answer. So feel free to ask questions. Don't feel shy.
Okay, I will take another 2 minutes to explain. I think people would have been not understanding. See, we have got 6 portfolios, and all these companies are nothing is belonging to us. So we have a platform where all these platforms can be. For example, I will give you a typical idea. You are to event manager, let's say. You go to a corporate. He says, boss, right now I don't have any events, but I wanted my group of people to go for a domestic holiday across, let's take to Goa or somewhere. Now you might ask me, Wilfred, how do you help me? See, two options are there. I work under your banner. Let's take, I think straight away I look at is stage 3. Like stage 3, I say, okay, I will brand myself as stage 3. I'll do the entire logistics as stage 3. I will even right from doing the group to bringing them back till we can cater to that kind of requirements. So, and what else? What do you get? You will get your share of profits. I cannot be able to tell you across. It depends upon the case to case and the kind of way we can, and we will be very transparent in sharing our costing sheets and what is the profitability from the books itself. So that much of transparency we can work on, not only for this, for anything which we work together on. I think I think Santosh sir can add. We have worked like that, and we have worked on very good big projects also in the past. I think we had been mastering the strength of our relationships and togetherness. So anybody would like to?
Sir, this is Srinivasan.
Yes,
just I would like to understand what kind of response at present scenario we're getting in terms of mice within India.
Yeah, sir. Mice as such, see, it is too early for anybody to comment. But just to tell you, because I didn't announce it in this group, but we are finding an alternative solution for all the mice businesses right now, because see, your travel would be a challenge going forward from some time. So we are trying to create a portfolio called voucher redemptions. So that means, we will work as a total alternative for travel. Like, for example, a guy who is running a scheme, or you would have run a scheme. You wanted to keep his options open to the dealers. We can work on alternative for that. Basically, it can be his own requirements. It can be his, he would like to buy a gold. He would like to reimburse. But as a corporate will release an amount. For example, a corporate has confirmed that 1 lakh rupees is his travel expenditure. So on that 1 lakh rupees, we can give other alternatives also. So that's what we call it. We call it voucher business. We are working on that, and we are definitely coming out with an alternative for mice, which can be for everybody. As such, as an organization, we would like to share that platform, and we can service and cater to them, to anybody for that matter. And we can protect. It's not, see, everything is absolutely, I also understand I'm a businessman, so everything is definitely on a profit share. We will work on a profit share. It depends upon how much the earnings we get on that particular business. So as to answering Srinivasan, I think it's too early for us to respond. But I think going forward, we see definitely a depth in our domestic mice movements. I think there is definitely going to be an excitement, and we are all working towards it. See, I think, Indian market would come much faster than the international market. And I can, out of my experience, probably not this level, but I've seen in SARS also, people forget, Indian crowd forgets very faster than other crowds. So I think we don't have to really get scared of the one which we are talking about, a year lockdown and all this stuff. It will be much faster than. But to start with, I think it will be much faster in domestic areas. Anybody else would like to?
Yeah, Mr. Michael has a question. Mr. Michael from Radioactive. Please go ahead, Michael.
Hi. How are we looking at
You have to be a little louder. I'm not able to hear you. No,
how do we
audible.
look at competing with
Michael,
Sorry.
I think are you okay, Michael? Yeah, I think I'll ask the question for Michael. Michael, can you go ahead?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll ask the question for Mr. Michael. He's posted it on the group as well.
Okay.
His question is, how do we fight make my trips cost?
Okay. See, how do we fight make my trip cost? That's a very wonderful question. See, make my trip is there for the last, I will answer it differently. See, make my trip and other online companies are there for quite some years, right? They are there in the industry for last at least 10, 15 years now. But still offline businesses are still on. And that is what the only answer which I can give it to you, because competitive, I see they do a lot of pumping in money to make their pricing competitive. But I think going forward, I think we all will see the changes. Obviously, there will be a trend change in terms of the pricings across, even to the online businesses also. And that is what the answer I think I can give it to Michael. Beyond that, see, it is like we have been competing with them because they're not online basically for the mice businesses and holiday businesses, yes, but not to the level which they are. But they have a very minimal share. I think I can percentage to not more than 7 to 8% of the total market. So with a lot of other people getting exited out of that, so we still have a market share in this business line, but cannot drive a pricing for that. I'm sorry about it.
And you would have had some cancellation during this period, maybe for the bookings and hotels or travel, whatever it could be. What was the challenge you were facing on that? How you could able to handle
it? It's very simple. When you have death in front of you, you have to bury it. So that's what we have done it, and we have to wait if there is a resurrection going to happen. Because see, that's what we have done. So there's been a lot of cancellation, a lot of hotel bookings across for April, May, June, and other things for business travelers, for especially the hotel stay booking. We have done cancellations, and I think, but still there will be they will travel probably on a later date of it. But there will be travel. It cannot business cannot go without travel. Let's be very clear. Before the vaccine comes or after the vaccine comes, it is going to be easy. But before, even after the vaccine comes, I can give you a projection that definitely there will be a market opening, and it cannot be, because see, all the companies across, either there will be two things happen. Either people will come into India from US, or Indians will go to US. But something will happen either way. Business travel cannot be standstill for longer period of time. The world cannot stop for more than a particular period in terms of business. So the back-end businesses have to start. See, today we are ourselves an example. Though the world has stopped meeting, we are still communicating. So this kind of communications will happen. Only thing is, it cannot go longer in this kind of modem, but physical modem also will start working as the days goes by. So, but there is going to be a waiting period. That's what I would say.
Thank you, sir. Any more questions? We have another 4 minutes. I can spare for question time. Yes, sir. Please go ahead again, sir.
Yeah. Yes, sir. I think you have to unmute. You have to unmute.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, Mr. Wilfred, if I'm not wrong, you were quoting, suppose I have a large business which I am not able to handle as far as travel or holidays is concerned.
Okay.
And that I transfer to you.
Okay.
You would be working under my travel names or your company itself.
Yeah, whichever you say it can be, we can work.
Suppose you are working under my banner, I can always tell my client that my sales staff will be in touch with you, or my backend will be in touch with you.
Can.
That's possible,
yeah.
na?
Possible.
Yeah,
possible.
Thank you, Mr. Will, because I am into the travel trade only, also in the travel trade. So I think I should, if at all I get any very big inquiry, large inquiry, I'll transfer it to you.
Can.
Thank you, Mr. Wilfred.
Thank you.
One more question, sir. This is again come in the chat. The question is, what is the turnaround time for costing in a place where we require a choice of 3 hotels or more?
30 minutes for hotel bookings. 30 minutes, 30 minutes more than, see what happens is just to tell all the, because I think you would have been doing events for all the software companies. There is a turn up because there are 3-4 vendors for the same business. So people, when the admin guy sends it, he sends it to all the 3 people. So whoever responds faster, whoever gives a better pricing gets the business. That's how the logic works. So the turnaround time, because of which only we are able to cater to a lot of corporates today. We have almost 16 corporates. We are aiming to expand to almost like 50 numbers in next coming few months to go, irrespective of whatever challenges are there in the market.
Thank you, Mr. Wilford. I can squeeze in one last question. If anybody has, I can squeeze in one last question. Okay, I think we are.
So thank you very much, everybody. I don't know whether my presentation has been very useful to all of you, but one thing, we going forward, as you said, world has become one. We are all starting from zero. We are all there. My platform is to make yourself available for any other business requirements other than what you have. We will be glad and we will be privileged to be partnering with you. We would not take any step forward to go forward. We would like to work behind you, or we would like to work with you. And thank you once again, IESA Tamilnadu chapter, for giving this entire opportunity. Thank you very much.
Thank you.